Hi boys and girls. Today we're going to work on some special words. We've learned how to take words and break them apart and figure out what each sound is. And today we're going to do that, but to a different level. We're going to work on something called compound words. And compound words are these words right here. Let's go ahead and see what these words have in common. I'll read them, and while I'm reading, you think about what they have in common, okay? Sunflower, playground, and football. What do these three words have in common? What is similar about these three words? Let's think. Sunflower, playground, football. That's right. They're all made up of two smaller words. When we have a word that is made up of two smaller words put together to make one big word, it's called a compound word. Everyone say that with me. Compound word. Let's take a closer look. Sun, flower. Sunflower. Play, ground, playground. Foot, ball, football. Very good. So these three words took two smaller words, put them together to make one bigger word. Now, when we take these two smaller words, let's say sunflower. If we take sun and then we take flower and we put it together, does that mean that we have a flower made out of the sun? No way. That wouldn't make sense. So when you take these two smaller words and put them together to make one bigger word, you're making a whole new word with a whole separate meaning. So when we put the word football together, does that mean we're taking a foot and a ball and we're making a ball in the shape of a foot? No, that wouldn't make any sense. So let's take a look at some more words and see if we can figure those words. This time, we're going to use pictures to put them together to try to figure out what our compound word is. So I pulled some pictures together and we're going to put these two images together and try to come up with the word and see if it makes any sense. Okay? So, what's this right here? Cow. Boy. Cow. Boy. Say it together. Cowboy. So, cow, boy. Very good. Now let's do the next one. Do you think that it could be storm, ribbon? No. Gotta think again. Maybe rain and a bow. Rain, bow. Say it together. Rainbow. So come over here. Rain, bow. Okay? So we have cow, boy, cow, boy, cowboy. We have rain, bow, rain, bow, rainbow. We just used our context clues to figure out the word using pictures. So, let's try two more, okay? While I'm setting this up, can you think of another couple of compound words that we can think of and share tomorrow? If so, write them down in that notebook and we'll use them tomorrow when we have our share time. So we're done with our rain and our cow. And we're going on to our next one. So now we're working with some new pictures. We have a picture on the top row of a dog. Then we have a star, a house, and a fish. So we're going to put these two pictures together to come up and make a compound word. Let's think. This first picture is of a dog. and this is of a house. Dog, house. Put those two things together and you have a doghouse. Dog, dog, house, doghouse. Very good. Let's do the next two together. That's a picture of a star and a fish. Star, fish. Put them together and you have a starfish. Very good. Star plus fish equals starfish. Star, fish. We just created two more compound words using pictures. Very good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to have compound words written on our board and we're going to separate them and we're going to figure out which two words made up those new words. Okay? So get ready. Here we go. So this first word is baseball. Baseball. What two words are smushed together to create baseball? Base, ball. So you're taking the word base, and ball and putting it together to make baseball. Now what about this next word? This word is firefly. Firefly. What two words are we putting together to make firefly? When you say firefly, do you hear any words? Firefly. I hear fire. After firefly, I hear fly. So in the word firefly, we're taking the word fire and fly and putting them together to make firefly. All right, and now this last one, the same thing. We have the word moonlight. Moon, light. Moonlight. What two words do we hear in there? I heard light. Did you? Good. The first thing we hear is moon. Moon, light. You put them together and you have moonlight. You see how we did there? We took the one big word and we broke it down into the two smaller words that we heard. That is how you break apart compound words. Very good. All right, boys and girls, let's do a short review. We have learned lots about compound words. We've learned that a compound word is when you take two words and put them together to make a new word. We've learned to separate compound words, and we've also learned how to figure out what two words made up the compound word. For example, we learned that when you have the word dog plus the word house, you have a doghouse. Well, that's when you put two words together. We've also learned how to take one big compound word and figure out which two words went into that word. For instance, starfish. We've learned how to separate the word starfish to figure out that it's made up of the words star and fish. You guys have done a wonderful job today. The last thing that I want you guys to remember that's really, really important, when we have compound words, we need to remember that these words have their own special meaning separate from the two small meanings. For example, starfish. We know that the word starfish doesn't mean that we have a star in the shape of a fish or a fish in the shape of a star. It is its own separate special meaning, and that's what's tricky about compound words. So right now, what I'd like you to do is take all the questions that you have in your head, write them down, and remember them So tomorrow when we're all together, we can talk about them and we can answer all those questions and we can review together. You guys have done a great job and you've been a wonderful audience. See you in the morning.